Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Rumana with your histology practical on urinary bladder. This will complete our urinary system. We have already done kidney and ureter. So today we will be doing the urinary bladder. As you all know, a urinary bladder is a muscular organ having the quality to store urine before it is voided out of the body through the urethra. Now coming over to the histology of urinary bladder, it consists of the usual four layers, that is the mucosa, submucosa, muscularis externa, and the last layer is the serosa or the adventitia. Now coming over to the mucosa, the epithelium of the urinary bladder is transitional epithelium. And what is the other name for the transitional epithelium? It is called as the urothelium. We should have a concept that what happens to the transitional epithelium in an empty bladder and in a distended bladder. So in an empty bladder, the transitional epithelium is thrown into folds, and it consists of a basal layer of cuboidal cell which is single. Above it are several layers of polygonal cells about 6 to 8 in number thickness, followed by the top layer of dome-shaped cells which are called as umbrella cells. Their convexity, that is the pointed apex, is bulging into the bladder cavity. Now when the bladder is full of urine, there is a change in the transitional epithelium. The basal layer, however, remains the same, which is a single layer of cuboidal cell, but the layers of the polygonal cells are reduced to only 2 to 3. The superficial cell, they also change their shape from the dome shape and they become flattened just like squamous cells. Now you should also have an idea that what are plaques. When we see the epithelium of the urinary bladder under the electron microscope, we see that the plasma lemma at the luminal surface of the apical cells shows thick rigid areas which are called as plaques. However, between these plaques are normal flexible layers of the epithelium. So in between them are normal flexible cell membrane, and this is called as interplaque region. Now the most commonly asked question during the viva is that why the transitional epithelium act as an impermeable barrier for the urine, is that it is because of the following reason, and you should know them very well. Number one is that the luminal plasma lemma of the most superficial layer, that is umbrella cells, is impermeable to salt and water. This is the characteristic of these dome-shaped cells. Then the other point is that the surface cells, that is, they are also the dome-shaped cells, they are firmly bound to each other by continuous tight junction and many desmosomes. So there is no chance of the leakage of urine via paracellular route. So these two reasons are actually making the transitional epithelium to act as an impermeable membrane. So we have discussed the epithelium, which is a part of the mucosa, in detail. What is the epithelium, transitional epithelium? What are the names of the layers which are present in the transitional epithelium? What is the characteristic features of the different layers of the cell in the transitional epithelium in an empty bladder and in a distended bladder? In the empty bladder, what is the characteristic of the mucosa? It is actually thrown into folds, while these folds disappear when the bladder is distended with urine. Now coming over to the second heading under the mucosa is lamina propria. Lamina propria is a layer of fine connective tissue with few mucus secreting glands in the urethral region and blood vessels, and it is a thick layer. However, there is no muscularis mucosa, which is actually the bounding between the mucosa and the submucosa. Clear? Now, few histologists, they considered that the loose connective tissue just adjacent to the muscularis externa layer is the submucosa. So, the submucosa is the loose connective tissue present just below the lamina propria, and then comes the muscularis layer, which is made up of smooth muscles, which are also called as detrusor muscles, that is the pushing muscles. And what is the arrangement of the smooth muscles? It is the same as we have studied in the ureter, that is the inner longitudinal, middle circular and the outer longitudinal layer of smooth muscles. These layers are intermingled throughout the urinary bladder, except in the region of the neck of the urinary bladder, where they show well-defined arrangement of all these three layers. Now coming over to the outer layer, that is the serosa or the adventitia. As you know that most of the bladder is not covered with peritoneum, and so it will be lined by adventitia of the fibroelastic connective tissue, but only the superior surface, which is covered with the peritoneum, is will be seen histologically in the form of serosa, that is there will be a bounding wall. So in this picture is showing the microscopic picture of urinary bladder. You can very well see the different layers of the nuclei, that is these are actually the layers of the transitional epithelium, that is a single layer of cuboidal cells, then multi layers of polygonal cells, and on the top there are dome shaped cells, and the mucosa is also thrown into small folds. So this is the picture in an empty urinary bladder. Then you can very well see the lamina propria, which is very thick. However, it is made up of thin connective tissue with blood vessels, veins, nuclei of the fibroblast, and a few mucus secreting cells which are more prominent in the urethral region. Then just below it there is another layer of the connective tissue just adjacent to the muscularis layer, which is called as the submucosa. Then coming over to the muscularis layer, you can see the inner longitudinal intermingled with the middle circular, that is showing the complete smooth muscles, and then again the outer longitudinal layer. In this, the adventitia is not shown. This is again the histological diagram of urinary bladder. You can see the mucosal folds, the different layers, that is a cuboidal with a centrally nucleus, then different layers of the polygonal cell, and on the top there is the dome shaped cells. Then coming is the lamina propria along with blood vessels, and then thick muscular layer which are intermingled, that is the longitudinal, inner longitudinal, middle circular and outer longitudinal can again be very well appreciated, but they are all intermingled with it. And then comes the adventitia, which is fibroelastic connective tissue with no mesothelial bounding, that is it has no mesothelial lining. So this completes your practical on urinary bladder. Thank you very much for listening. You will have to complete your diagrams along with the characteristics of the transitional epithelium. You will have to draw the transitional epithelium in a distended and empty bladder, and you will have to write the reasons why the transitional epithelium acts as an impermeable barrier for the urine, and you will have to draw these diagrams, and this is your assignment that you will have to complete.